Welcome to Echoes Beyond Ink, a channel dedicated to words. I hope you find joy in words and magic in stories that we weave on this channel. Today, we are reading a special short story, A Basketful of Earth. This story is written by Madhavrao Sapre, a man of many talents. He played an important role in the publication of many periodicals, including the Marathi edition of Kesari of Lokmanya Tilak. This story is also credited as the first story in Hindi. It is translated from Hindi to English, and that is what we are reading today. There was a poor, destitute widow living in a hut near the palatial mansion of a powerful zamindar. The zamindar sahib desired to extend his mansion's boundaries beyond the hut. He repeatedly asked the widow to leave, but she had been living there for many years. Her beloved husband and only son had also died in the same hut. Her daughter-in-law too had died there, leaving behind a 5-year-old girl. Now, her granddaughter was her only support in her old age. Whenever she remembered her past predicament, she would start to cry bitterly. And ever since she had heard the wish of her powerful neighbor, she was hovering close to death. She was extremely attached to the hut and did not wish to leave until her death. When all efforts of the landlord failed, he took recourse to unethical, typical tricks employed by the zamindars. Filling the pockets of devious lawyers, he got court orders and took possession of the hut. He got the widow thrown out of the hut. The helpless, destitute widow now began living somewhere close by, in the same neighborhood. One day, the landlord was walking around, close to the hut, instructing the workers, when the widow arrived there with a basket in her hand. On seeing her, the man instructed his servants to remove her from the premises. But she began to plead, "Sir, now this hut is yours. I haven't come to make any claims on it. But please, if you permit me, kind sir, I only have a small request." When the landlord nodded his head, asking her to go ahead, she said, "My granddaughter has stopped eating or drinking ever since we left the hut. I have tried to explain things to her repeatedly, but she does not understand you, kind sir. She keeps demanding, 'Take me back home. I will only eat roti there in that hut.' So I thought that if I could take a basket full of soil from this hut and make a chulha, a stove, with it and cook rotis on it, she would surely start eating. Sir, kind sir, please allow me to take soil from here in this basket." The zamindar agreed and permitted her. The widow went inside the hut. As soon as she entered, old memories flooded back and her eyes filled with tears. Somehow, controlling her anguish, she filled her basket with the soil and pulled it outside with great difficulty. Then, with folded hands, she pleaded with the gentleman, "Sir, can you please ask someone to help me lift this basket so that I can carry it on the back of my head?" The zamindar sahib became very upset at her audacity. But when the widow repeatedly joined her hands and fell at his feet, he started feeling sympathetic towards her. Instead of asking a servant to help the widow, he decided to step up himself and help her lift the basket. As soon as he gripped the basket with his hands and tried to lift it, he realized that this task was beyond him. He strained harder, trying to lift the basket with all his strength. But he couldn't even budge it, not even an inch from the ground. He was quite embarrassed and said, "No, I don't think I can pick this basket up." Hearing this, the widow replied, "Sir, please don't be angry, but you could not lift even a single basket full of soil, and there are thousands of baskets of soil that fill this hut. Will you be able to bear its burden for a lifetime? Maybe you should think about it." The zamindar, intoxicated with his wealth, realized that he had forgotten his humane duties. The widow's words hit him hard, and he came to his senses. Regretting his past actions, he sincerely apologized to the widow and gave the hut back to her. This story is deeply touching and inspiring. If you've liked this story, please do share it and also subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to me. Thank you.